We got a question for you from Lanre. He says, if Orosai had been the head of the committee and presented the report while Nuhu Ribadu raised objection, would this report still stand?
It depends on what is in the report. You know, I have looked at the report, and as I said, substantially there is a lot of meat that the government can use to improve our oil industry. For me, it is not about Ribadu or Oronsanye. They are both my friends, and I'm close to both of them, and I've worked together in government. So I'm not taking sides here. I'm focusing on the report. I want that report to be substantially implemented. Now, Doyin Okwe said that it's incomplete. If something is incomplete, what is the next step? Complete it. How do you complete it? You have two options. You can reconvene the task force and say you have not finished this. We are giving you an extra 1 month, 2 months. Complete it. Or refer it to 90. We already have Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, whose job is to do this on a day-to-day basis. Refer it to 90, which, by the way, has agreed with the thrust of the report, and say, 90, work this out. But no, the government is putting out things like incomplete, getting Doyin to sort of question the integrity of the report because the intention appears to be throw it out. This is why we are raising the alarm. It is not about Nuhu or Steve Oronsanye. It is about the report itself. Let's forget the personalities. What is in the report? Will implementing recommendations in that report improve transparency in our oil industry? I think it will. So why can't we just do it? Why are we getting stuck on the personalities and the fact that process was not done? Because it is unusual when you present a report to the president after the chairman has presented the report for someone to be given the opportunity to contradict that report. It's unusual. I've been in government. Steve has been head of service. He knows the process. So even his intervention could have been prearranged. So they should please forget all these things, focus on the substance of the report and implement it. That is all we are saying as Nigerians.
Well, truly, I think most people would also be interested in getting to the should I say, meat of all of this. A little earlier you said, well, sometimes governments in other parts of the world, including Nigeria, set up report or committees just to fail. In order for these not to fail from the Farouk Lawan, Nuhu Ribadu, and every other reporter that has been on this oil sector, what do you think we should be talking about now if we say we should take off the personalities and look at the meat of those recommendations or reports?
Well, what we should focus on, as I said, are the substantive recommendations. And here I think civil society, professional organizations, political parties, as well as our members of the National Assembly should weigh into this matter and push for the implementation of these reports. The media, everyone should be on board. Nigerians should shout and make and insist that the substance of these recommendations in not only the Ribadu report, but other reports. Because there is another report on refineries. Nobody is talking about that. There is another report on governance in the oil industry. We don't know the contents of those reports. I am sure there are recommendations in those reports that will go towards improving our governance of that sector. Let us insist on their implementation. Let us not allow government officials who probably set this up to take pressure off them and who's probably set this up for it to fail to succeed. We must make sure they don't succeed. The substance of these reports must be implemented. And as I said with the Farouk Lawan report and the Ike Ogumakede report, the media and civil society has been very active in keeping the issue on the table. So it has not been able to bury, the government has not been able to bury those, and they are taking slow but gradual action at prosecution and so on. We must insist on the same as far as the Petroleum Revenue Task Force is concerned, as well as the other reports. They should be published, we should see the white paper, and we should have implementation with contributions from Nigerian citizenry, opposition political parties, civil society, and everyone must get involved. We must take steps to improve our country. That is what matters. We should not pander to the sensitivities of people in government just because they are mismanaging our resources and they want things to continue the way they are. We should not accept it. Enough is enough.
All right, Mr. Ogala, you're a legislator, former legislator, and I'm sure you were part of a committee while you were there.
Yeah.
Now, if your committee has a report that is conceived or perceived to be incomplete, can an incomplete report have recommendations?
No, you
And
see,
can the recommendations be worked with?
even the word incomplete that we keep using, or that Dr. Okupe has said the report is incomplete.
Okay, an unverified report.
Hang on,
Can an unverified report be worked with?
I was chairman of a committee in the House. When the committees bring up reports, we debate the reports, and when we see reason, we state what is missing. We state what we expected to see that is not there, and more often than not, in fact, all the time, we will refer back to that committee to go and do further work. If they need help, we also beef up the committee and bring in more hands to assist.
So do you think government can do this for this particular?
Honestly, if the government was sincere, if all Stephen Oronsaye did, because it's like playing out a script. Oronsaye had said he said the report was incomplete. So the government is only re-quoting or emphasizing.
So if your report is incomplete, what do you do?
No, the government is only re-echoing Oronsaye. We have faulted Oronsaye here. That we believe Oronsaye, who did not attend meetings, was not in a position to talk about report.
Okay.
The committee itself, I told you, we could not have access to A, B, and C. It had admitted. But you gave it a deadline. You wanted it to submit the report at a certain time.
Yeah,
initially
they had 2 months.
Initially they had 2 months.
And they got more time.
They had extension.
Yet the report is not complete.
The government says it is not complete.
No, but figures were unverified now.
They said,
we know
they
that.
admitted. Look,
no, this is the report submitted.
Not the government. The chairman said yes.
Yeah, the chairman said, we have worked up to this point. However, we could not verify A, B, and C.
Why not say, however, we need more time?
Yeah.
Look, you will not know what has gone on behind the scene.
No, but you should have the benefit.
We've also heard that they were suddenly called up, oh, you must submit your report.
So why didn't they say there that we need more time?
Look, no, listen. Why did they not say it is a different thing? And I think we should not lose sight and start playing on words and semantics and imputing intentions. The committee had said, this is our report. However, we could not verify A, B, and C. You are the appointing authority. You are the boss. You are the one who are the principal. And you're there and said, I couldn't do this. You could then say, okay, Mr. Agent, go back. I give you another month to go and do what you could not do.
Shouldn't the committee have asked for more time?
No, hang on a minute. I say for the opportune time. The presidency is the principal. If they said, we could not verify, they have said they could not. They have said it. You didn't say it. They said it in their report.
Okay.
In their presentation, that we could not get A, B, and C. If it's even implied that they are possibly saying to you
that it should be disbanded.
Could give us more time.
Because the way that's another angle, that they should be disbanded, because that means they just couldn't go the whole
way.
They were not competent.
No, I wouldn't agree with you on that. If you give me an assignment and I'm able to do, it's like you asked me to construct a building and I've done 70%, and for one reason or the other, I couldn't go further.
You
could leave the job to somebody else.
But you were threatening to revoke the contract.
Suleiman, you now say, okay, demolish the 70% and get somebody to start again. No, sir. What you possibly will do is why could you not...
Forward?
No, going forward, like I think everybody is saying, is whatever the committee could not accomplish within the time frame, which it had accepted that we could not verify these figures.
Okay.
For crying out loud, let the government, whether through another committee, whether through its own internal workings, whether through telling the Ribadu panel to go and verify this, what you say you could not verify. We will assist you and we will make resources and the materials available to you.
Is that your,
so that we can move on.
Is that your own view too, Madam Rufai? You think they should just Go ahead, look at this
Yes,
report,
yes,
work on the ones
yes,
that can be worked on.
This is
and
my
let's sort
own
it
view
out.
too. Look, as I said, you can either ask the Ribadu Committee to come back and verify those figures, because they're only talking about figures, mind you. There are several recommendations in this report. The figures are just one, okay? They are only talking about those. The Ribadu Committee can be reconvened and given extra time to verify it. Alternatively, the figures can be referred to Nigeria Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative 90 to verify and report back to government while the White Paper Committee is working. But to use this unverifiable or incomplete to throw out this report will not be acceptable to Nigerians. The journey is out of the bottle. We now know about all the shenanigans in the oil industry. Everyone can read that report, and we will not stand for it. Something must be done. This report will not die. Let them correct or fill in the gaps of whatever is there that is incomplete, if they say it's incomplete. But that should not be used as an excuse to throw out the whole report. We will not accept it. We will fight for it, because we all want an oil industry that works for every Nigerian, not just a few people.